Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 11105. Given the wrong address at first here. Northeast Fargo. Going into a 4-inch ABS clean out here out front. This looks like a single bath house here, so I think we should be able to get back into the toilet area from here. I'm just limited on water as part of the only possible hindrance we may run into. There we go. I don't get a great view of that transition joint. It's so quick after you go in here. Yeah, that cast iron is not looking great. You have got a nasty channel going down the middle of that thing. You want to get rid of that junk right there. Once you get back into here, it's okay. And this right here is going to be the vent stack, possibly the toilet vent. Yeah, that's the roof vent. The toilet ties in probably just right here. We're on the kind of the left side of the pipe there. So a portion of it is okay, but when cast iron starts showing that kind of action there, I don't love it. Some of these joints, they're probably intact. They're gapped a little bit more than typical. But I would be ditching this stuff. That channel right there is very deep. The pipe is in the process of rotting through. In fact, most likely, water's already is able to escape that once water's going through on a regular basis. That's typically what you're going to see when the pipe channels and the bottom of the pipe becomes very brittle. So, anyway, that's about the only thing that typically creates that look of a trough that forms in the flow line. So I would probably be ditching that stuff there. What I will do here, I should have done this just a second ago, darn it. You can see how deep it is on the outside here, and it runs at a pretty obvious path. Let me see if I can get back over the top of that darn thing. I'll try and see if I can get a locate right here just as we start going backwards. It looks like you're probably about, you're about 2.5 feet deeper, or approximately on the outside here. We'll see what it's like under the floor. Before that compressor turns back on again there, I just took a photo, and I'll show it again here at the end, but there's a stick I've oriented directly over top of the sewer line going back into the house. It's a very simple configuration. Basically runs dead straight going back. About 1 foot 2 inches deep is what I'm getting there. And I put the locator all the way down to the dirt surface. That's not locating through the wooden floor. So at the dirt level there, you're about 1 foot deep, about 5 feet back inside the house, or 5 feet away from the cleanout going back into the home. So and it should just be getting shallower from there. Yeah, every now and then when you get channeling like that, it can be just due to just straight rust, but it can be ground off of there. But when it gets that deep, a trough that deep, that's pretty concerning. That usually means the bottom of your pipe. Generally speaking, when I get that kind of stuff and I see it pulled out of the ground, you can take your fingers and just push straight through the pipe bottom. So anyway, we swapped over there. It looks like the 6-inch PVC. I did put some water down line there, if you just noticed a second ago. Thus far, plastic pipe here on the outside of the house is looking good. We should be hitting, oh, there it is right there. There's the main. So, hey, at least the outside is dealt with. The inside here, as long as you don't have any flooring in the way, is pretty darn easy to get to. I've got such a nasty light glare on my screen right now. There's a little stringy item there on the left side of the pipe. I think is just a cobweb as far as I can tell. Yeah, if you look up at the top of it, you can see the egg sacs from the spider. That's what that appears to be there. Now, even in the unlikely event that was actually a root there, it's in the street. I just located that a few feet out into the road. Looks just like a cobweb. It's a very normal, common thing to see in sewers anyway. It's just where it's coming off of the pipe wall there, my camera just doesn't get a nice close-up view. Everything about that looks like a spider web. PVC pipe there drains off nicely. You have just a teeny little bit of standing water right here. I mean, this is something I wouldn't even put on a report. It's so minor. Got like 6 inches of pipe there with maybe a 32nd of an inch of water. All right, outside part of the line here looks great. Flows very nicely. I'll show this really quick here in the event the compressor turns on. Just look for the little tiny stick. I'm not sure how good of a view you get. That little tiny stick